What is up, my ladies and duties? It is Vinny Butt McGee here. We are playing. Well, we're not playing. I was playing Call of Duty, freaking Black Ops 2, and my video decided to fucking. I don't know. I just knew what the game capture card. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me that fucked it up. It was definitely the game, or not the game. It was the system that fucked it up because. For some reason, it split it in two, and then it did something weird where my audio was jacked up with the actual. What is it doing now? Is that just my system doing that? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it was. I don't know what that was, but anyways, I'm gonna try to look at this while I record my voice. It's a little bit hard in my recording software, but anyways, I was going over a different couple things in the actual while I was playing. But again, like I said, my audio got cut up. Not only that, the video got cut up. So if it's a little bit cut up here and there, I'm sorry. What I did is I ended up joining one of my friends' games, and when they were on round 25, when I joined, you can't really see when I first joined because it cut off, like I said. But I'm right here as well with my basic gun, still trying to survive on round 25. Luckily, I was in that corner, and I took advantage of that. So yeah, I got jugged though, so I'm kind of good now. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff, different stuff. Two actually different topics. One for one is the big thing is rankings. I wanted to talk to you guys about how that worked. I do believe I show you guys my rank in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It is it's a double shotguns. So plus I've been playing the game pretty much ever since it came out. So I know kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm much better than everyone else. I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of dispute on whether what goes into what makes you a higher rank. You know, the bone, double bone, the skull, knife, or the double shotguns. So I was going to go over how to get to double shotguns. Which this is not an easy task. If you guys already started, this is a little bit harder than like if you already had to start up your profile, you've been playing for a while, and your guys are already, I would say like 10 or 15,000 kills into your leaderboards. It's probably gonna be a little bit harder for you guys, people who are looking at this video a little bit earlier in their career on Black Ops 2, which is probably not very likely because they, yeah. Anyways, because the game's really old, and yeah, you know. Not a lot of people play it anymore, and as well, it's been on forever, so people have already been playing it for a while. I almost got stuck there. I was scared. I was getting some ammo. But anyways, so I'm going to go over the rankings. I really wish I had the live commentary because I went over a bunch of different stuff when I was playing this. It's a pretty long video as well. I might just cut it up. So yeah, rankings. Number one thing is for one kills, and then number two downs, kills per downs, in other words. So I wanted to go over that because that's what the main part of it is. I also believe that rankings and revives also, not rankings, freaking A. Accuracy with the bullet with your gun as well as revives also play into it. Not as much as the KD, kills per down, because whenever, the reason I believe this is because, well, for one, that they never really came out what exactly makes you go up through rankings, but definitely this is what I've been seeing, and from my calculations and going over leaderboard stats with my friends, myself, and different stuff like that, I know I'm true, or it's true. So, so the thing is because I always, whenever I go into a lobby online, of course it shows you rank right there, and people will be like, that are like skulls, which you may have done this. I'm not fucking tearing you up or anything, and I'm not trying to make you look stupid or insult you, but there's always those people that are like, oh yeah, I used to be a shotguns too, but I didn't play for a while, so I lost them. So yeah, that's what happened in my rank. But yeah, I mean, I'm good as a shotguns or whatever. They probably don't exaggerate. I kind of exaggerated that, but that's, a lot of people say that to me, and it's just because they look at my rank and say that. And there's a lot more shotguns nowadays than there was when we first started out the whole thing. but I know that's bull crap, and I just play along with it because I'm not going to be trying to be rude online. But it's not true. You can't lose your rank. You can't lose your emblem. You can lose tally marks on your rank, which the tally marks show how often a player gets on. So a lot of you guys probably know about this, but I do believe if you have 5 tallies and you don't play for 5 days, then you lose it all. Because I think it's based on how many days in a row you've played and/or every other day you've played. That's where the tally marks go, and that's where you get the glowing eyes if you play, I think, 5 or 6 days in a row. But it has nothing to do with the actual emblem in the background for the shotguns, knife, or skulls. It has nothing to do with it at all. So I know they're bullcrapping me when they say that. They've never been shotguns. Unless they got shotguns and then decided to go down a billion times, because you can lose your rank that way if you play a lot. But they'd be like, oh yeah, I haven't played in a while, so I lost my shotguns, which is bullcrap. You can't lose your shotguns if you don't play. So that's why I know that's true. You just can't lose them, because I literally, before even playing this game, I've played in like about a month on this game. Because I been getting into YouTube, stuff like that, as well as got that new game, Super Smash Bros., which I dearly love. But yeah, so that's one thing I have to prove my case on what I think about the rankings. As well, like I said, there's the pure studying, leaderboards, and stuff like that. So this is what my thinking is on what you have to do to rank up. So I'm not sure what it is for the lower ranks for the bone, double bones. I think you are just given the skull at least if you play the game. But yes, so I don't know what they are on that. But the stats, you'll most likely need to at least have the knife and or the double shotguns. The knife you will need. I do believe it's anywhere from 100 to 100 kills per down, and that's not just like one game. This has to be across the board average, you know. So you have to go to your leaderboards. You have to look at the amount of kills you've gotten, and then divide it by how many downs you've gotten total. It's not just based off of you starting off now. As long as I get 100 kills per down from here on out, I will be able to get the knife. No, it has to be on average what it says on the leaderboards. So that's what you have to base it off of. So it's anywhere from 100 to 120. That's what my guess is. For shotguns, I think it's from anywhere from 150 to 170 kills per down, which doesn't seem that much. But if you have a lot of downs, that could be a couple thousand kills off, which you'll have to work your way towards. So it's better to start early, because I do believe I got my shotguns, my rank, probably, and this is not bragging or anything, a lot of people have done this, where they got their shotguns 2 or 4 weeks into playing the game, and they already had the shotguns. That's just simply because they probably went out and got 150 to 170 kills per down, and just played that game, for a couple weeks, and then they got it. Because I don't believe that it has to do anything with how the amount of kills you've gotten or anything. It's based off of that. So yeah. So there's that. That's what I think for that. So if you guys want to strive for that, if you got like I said, if you guys already started and you have 10,000, and let's say you have a KD of like 50 or 60 right now, kills per down. You've done your math. You looked at your leaderboards. You got your kills. And you divided by your downs. Again, don't divide by deaths. It's literally downs. It's not has nothing to do with deaths. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So if you guys are looking to do that, you'll probably have to strive for over 100, 150, around 150 kills per down if you're like already at that moment, or it'll just take longer. But the better you do, the faster you'll get ranked up. Of course, that makes sense. But it's just kind of battling the numbers and stuff. So I'm going to go over on things you want to, just a couple tips on getting your numbers are and watching your rank. For one, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, because people will do this, okay? So there's the people who don't just like straight up don't care, plus people who are actually really doing this. But you'll be in a game or whatever, and then you get a connection interruption, and it's starting to lag. You're kind of fine, and then later in the game you go down finally, and and freaking and then people will stay in the game, which is not bad. I would probably stay in the game a couple times, and let's say you die. Okay, well, let's not say you die. You get revived. You're fine, and you have no jug. You're running around, and then it lags again. You're doing fine, but then it lags again, and then you die again. You go down. Straight up right there, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm leaving the game. I know that seems like a rage quit. That does seem like I'm blaming it on lag, but you can blame it on lag. If you're looking for your rank, blame that shit on lag, dude. I don't give a fuck. You're trying to get your rank up. And that has no reflection on your skill. If it's literally connection upgrading, lagging every other second, go and leave. I mean, if it's with your friends, I don't care. Leave. Leave and then try to get a better connection or some friend that will actually have a lobby that doesn't lag so you can play the game legitly. Because who cares? You might get the hate from your friends or whatever. Just straight up tell them, forget it. Just, I'm watching my rankings, and I don't want to go down a bunch just because I'm connection interrupting. If you don't believe me, I don't care. You're not really my friend. And, I mean, if they're lagging too, then give them the same suggestion. Leave, and then try to get into a game that's not laggy so you can try to work on your rankings. And Billy's back. Well, my audio went off. Like, it was completely off, plus it got rid of some of it. So I'm redoing it now. But yeah, who cares about that? Another thing, like I said, just straight up if you go down and you die, and people are not very good at restarting at high rounds.
You gotta get good, okay?
Liam, you're fucking gay. This is not a hilarious. This is not a funny video. This is serious. This is serious. I was kidding.
Nothing is ever serious with you.
It's all. Hey, once you see this video, you'll believe that I'm serious.
No.
Liam, you don't know me. You don't know me.
I've lived with you for like 69 years.
Okay, Liam, please go away.
No, I'm staying here now just because you said that.
Okay, fucking get out of my face then. But yeah, if you guys aren't very good at just restarting, I guess that's the only way you can leave. I don't want to say that because that's kind of a rage quit, not necessarily a rage quit, but it just looks bad because you don't have enough skill to restart on a round. See, I restarted. I mean, I joined this game on round 25, and I was able to survive. Didn't go down once. But some people just can't do that. And it takes quite a bit. I mean, it's hard, so I don't blame a lot of people who can't do it. But yeah, it just has to go into being able to know the spawns and know how to run trains and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, if you guys are working on your if you're working on your ranks, just go ahead and just do that. Just go ahead and leave. That sounds really bad, but so that's another thing you go take into a place actually right here, I want to show you guys something on this map. Because when I go into the witch's house, of course, there's always going to be the witches, and I definitely need to keep my money so I can pack a punch. So a cool tip is if you can get around the witch that's inside the house, which I do believe I get around her here, go and keep her close by. So watch, I'll stay right here waiting for that to reopen for her, and then she'll pop up right there. So I'm watching her, and I'm keeping her right behind me, and I kind of mess up here, I do believe. Because I run into the wall. I barely make it away. But just keep her behind you, and then there's nothing that'll spawn in front of you. So that's a cool little trick. You can avoid the witches so you don't have any money taken. That only really works when you're playing alone, or you're going through the witch's house alone. It's a little bit harder with 3 people, definitely. It's almost impossible. But I went through there alone, so it worked. But that's a cool little tip. But anyways, back to rankings. So those are 2 tips you can take into play when you're trying to get your ranking up. So yeah. Man, this video is long. This is really long. I'm just pack-a-punching, and I'm already pretty much done with my commentary. Man, I might have to cut it up a little bit. But yeah, if you're not very good at coming back with no jug, no guns, whatever, I would suggest leaving the game and then try to start it up, because again, you have to get good. You have to get good. Oh my gosh, you have to get to the point where you can actually show your true skill, because that's the downfall of the ranking system in this game. Is it'll keep your history. So every gamer is going to start out pretty bad because nobody really knows the game exactly. But then once you get to the point where you're good, you can't. It doesn't reflect. You know, it doesn't reflect that you're doing good because your rank's going to stay the same because your KD is terrible, and there's no way really to fix it unless you get like 1,000 kills per down or whatever. So stuff like that, it just kind of sucks. So that's the downfall in that. But yeah, if you're just not going to get enough to restart, go ahead and just restart again, get a little bit better at your training, and get your skills, your aiming back on. I guess that's another thing I can go into is the aiming, because that, like I said, plays into your rankings as well. Revives is just straight up, I think it has to do with revives per down as well. That's why I say revives, but those don't affect you as much. But yeah, for the accuracy of your gun, a lot of people will do this, which I see a ton online, a ton. They will get a gun, and let's say you get a Type 25, and you're looking for a ray gun, and you get that in the box, and you grab it out. And I'm not saying anything about the accuracy about the Type 25, but let's just say you're like, the Type 25 sucks, and you just go ahead and you just like, fuck this, I'm gonna just get a different gun. So you just stand there and you're shooting. I see a lot of people just stand there shooting at the freaking box, which destroys your accuracy, because accuracy, how it works is it takes the amount of bullets you fire total, and then divides it by how many bullets have actually hit your zombies that you've shot. So that's destroying them, and that doesn't help the rankings at all. So definitely, if you're doing that, stop right away. Don't do that. That's not just because it's a pet peeve of mine, but it's just straight up true. So, but yeah. So that don't do that, definitely. And just try to aim not perfect. Fuck. Just aim really well. Especially when I play this map, there's a long shot perk, so it definitely keeps me online on when I'm like firing my bullets, so make sure I hit my shots and stuff like that, or at least hits a zombie. If you can rain trains, if you're good enough to run trains, it definitely helps out. Helps out the accuracy. I think I got really nervous right there because I thought I was gonna die. It definitely helps out the accuracy because your bullets will go one bullet will go through multiple zombies. So it'll help it out. It helps it out. So yeah. So if you can do that, that's a way to get that part up, part of your rankings. So yeah, and camping does not help. Especially, I don't want to hit on camping just because I'm saying it's newbie or whatever, which is not necessarily newbie. It takes strategy as well to get in a corner and survive, and especially in this game. But yeah, it doesn't help as much with your accuracy because you might be just shooting your gun into the void, missing a bunch. You know, only hitting a couple zombies and missing a bunch of shots. So because you're aiming your freaking your gun down the hallway or whatever of this map, and you might miss a couple, and it just does not help your accuracy. But yeah, that's another thing you have to watch when you're playing the game. But that's just a couple tips I know to help out your rankings. So yeah, I think at the end of this video I do show my rankings, or my leaderboards. I think I lag a little bit right there. Anyways, I don't even know if I'll probably cut this, so what I'm saying right here and what I'm looking at the video now probably won't match up, but whatever. I'll probably actually just, after I'm done with this, skip it to the end. But anyways, that's the tips. I wanted to go over one other thing on this video is my favorite gun, my favorite guns. I want to make that plural, I guess, because of course people have multiple favorite guns. When I ask most people online, which I don't blame them, they'll straight up just say, "Oh, the Ray Gun Mark II, Ray Gun Mark II," and it's a good gun. I'm not dissing on it at all. It's a good gun. I like it as well. The thing is with the Ray Gun, for one, its accuracy is kind of terrible if you're rapid firing it. So there's downfall. It has a lot of kill power, which I like a lot, especially since I can last to high rounds. But the thing is, it does have a lot of ammo, and that's one of the biggest things with me is ammo and lethality of a weapon. So that's what I take into play. So when you're on high rounds, that's just not going to cut it for whatever, how many ammo. I think it has like 250, 260, something like that ammo, and that shoots like 3 bursts. So if you're aiming at one zombie, the 3 bursts kills it. Well, the first burst will hit it, and then the 2 other bursts misses. That just does not do very good, unless you have running trains and stuff. Even still, you miss a lot with that gun. But yeah, that's the reason why I like the ray gun. But again, if it's your favorite gun, I don't blame you. It's a really, really good gun because it has a lot of kill power. Actually, probably one of the best kill power in the game. So, but anyways, I'll just straight up say mine. Mine is the AN94. I'll go over because basic actual tip as well I want to share with you guys is when you're looking into guns, definitely do not, well, I don't want to say do not, but if you have a gun that you pack a punch and it only has about 200 to 300 ammo, I would never, ever pack that gun again unless you already have like a lot of money. Because like if it only has 200 to 300 ammo, that means if you hit every single shot, you'll only get about $3,000 from using that gun, unless you get the kill. Which if it's a high round, you're just not. Which can help because I think every kill you'll get is around like 50 points. So if you do really well with the gun, I don't blame you because you can maybe reach the $500 or $5,000 point to where you could maybe pack another gun. But then it costs it like $1,000 to get the gun in the first place. So that's $6,000 debt you have to pay back to use that gun and get that money back. So if it's not even worth it, don't. I mean, if like you can't even get your money back, it's not worth it. So, but yeah, that's another thing I was going to say. Just as a tip. So that's why relating this back to the N94. It's not only does it have a lot of ammo, and it has a lot of lethality. It can kill it pretty well, especially with its headshots. As well as has different attachments, which I like as well. The target locator really helps when you're in a dusty map like this, like the buried map, as well as it just helps out when you're firing it because there's a lot of lighting coming off of your gun. It's just hard to see sometimes. It just helps your accuracy as well. But it has, like I said, a lot of ammo. So it has 600 in the stock, and then it has the 50 inside the actual in the clip. So it has a large clip as well. So 50 ammo, which a lot of guns do not have. Large clip, 50 ammo, so you can spam it for a long time, as well as its accuracy is on point. So it's not a Type 25 to where it spazzes. The knockback or back recoil, that's what it's called, is not bad on it. It's as well has an attachment you can get that has the actual foregrip on it. So that can help as well if you're looking for headshots or whatever to bring that up in your rankings, which I do believe actually also helps towards the ranking, which not too much. Everything in the leaderboards kind of goes towards the rankings, but anyways, going back to the gun, dang it. I should have probably covered that when I was going over rankings, but whatever. What am I doing? I probably have to like skip this part. Alright. Well, I skipped whatever I'd skipped in, but anyways, they, what was I going over, dude? Dang it. Oh yeah. The A94 has a lot of lethality plus a lot of ammo, so if I hit, or if I miss a couple, like 100 bullets for the 600 bullets it has, if I hit a zombie at least 500 bullets, then I can pay it back and get another weapon. But why do that when it's a wall gun? Go and buy the ammo for $400 or $4,500. So you have to keep switching your gun, risking the bad gun in the box, having to pack that again and stuff like that. Why risk that? It's already there on the wall, so it's just so good. It's just the whole package. It's a good gun. It has a lot of lethality, a lot of ammo. It's a wall gun. It just has everything going for it. So that's just my favorite. I think it's the best gun in the game, just straight up. I know that has like a bunch of other guns, like the Galil has a lot of more lethality. The Hammer has a lot of ammo, plus it just looks straight up cool. Has a lot of lethality too with its bullets, especially with double tap. But just due to the fact that it's a wall gun, it just makes it a million times better. Just a million times better, especially with the amount of ammo it has. So I'm a big fan of the AN94. A lot of people like the Galil, the Hammer, the RPG. Is that what it's called? I forget. I haven't played the game in a while. I can't even remember the guns' names. But yeah, that's my favorite gun. I don't have any attachments except for the basic reflex scope in this game because I didn't have time because the round was starting and I had to get out before I got trapped with these high-ranking zombies, high-level zombies. But anyways. But yeah, I do believe I show my rankings at the end of this, which I wanted, or not my rankings, my leaderboards at the end of this. So I'm going to probably skip to that, or let's skip to the last part of the game, probably now. So I do believe I lag out of the game. I don't remember what round it is. I can't see it now because I'll have to do the editing later. But I'll go to my rankings. If you can see there... Let me see here. I think I show my amount of kills. I go over a couple different things, like I'm showing some of my friends' rankings. And so it shows like he's a knife, he's a skull or whatever Polehead is, and then that stretch, or I don't know what his name is up there. Whatever. They got the top with the more kills than I have. And I show some other people that are below me that also have shotguns. Because I do believe I am Legend down there. He had shotguns as well. Then I think I go, so I'm looking at somebody's rankings, and I probably relate them back, probably mine, which I had 260,000 kills, and then I go to my rankings for amount of downs, which is 630 or 695. So I go ahead and I do the math on that, and I'll actually put it up on the screen because I haven't done it yet. I'll put it in the recording, and it will. That's how many kills per down I get on average per game. So, which is pretty high, especially it's over demanding for being a double shotgun. So it'll take me a long time to lose my rank if I go down a lot per game. But yeah, and then I go over to as well to show the amount of bullets I've fired, which is 127,000 bullets fired. I've shot from a gun, or I'm sorry, that's hit. That's my hits. And then this is how many bullets I've fired, which is 86,000. Sorry, I can't really see. So the accuracy will show if you look at the bottom row of the career stats, and it's the third one down. It's the little crosshairs. It shows 1.5. That's how many. What's my accuracy is at? So put that in perspective, it'll be for every 100 bullets I fired, I hit 145 zombies. So some of my bullets will go through multiple zombies. So that's on average as well. That's an average. So that's that. I think I go here next as I look at probably Poleheads. Yeah, Poleheads. He has 300 something, 313 or I think 9,000 kills. I can't really see it, so like I said. But then I go over and I switch over to the downs, which there we go. And then I go look for his, which there's mine. I passed up mine, so I know he has more than me. But there, he's at the bottom. 16,914 downs, which that's a lot of downs. That's why he's only a skull, even though he has a lot more kills than me. I don't know what his accuracy for his bullets fired, but that probably turns out to probably like 50 or 40 downs per kill, which is just atrocious. He must be going down double digits every single game. So try to avoid that, definitely, if you're trying to get your ranks up, because there's probably no return from that 16,000. I am Legend, which was no, I don't believe so. Who is that guy? STR, oh yeah, Straight Gouda or something like that, the guy at the top. I don't know how many he had, but I was looking at that TNG guy. He was right under me with 240,000. If you look, he actually has a lot more downs than me. Like I said, this is just research I've been doing. So there he is right there, 1,944 downs. And he has less kills than me. So that's why he's only a knife, not a shotguns. So, but this is, I just do research looking at different rankings for my thing. So I can try to figure out what goes into the ranking systems on the game. So this is what my hypothesis is kills per down. To get shotguns, try to get 150 kills per down on average every game. as well as keep your accuracy up. I don't know what the accuracy is probably looking at. I haven't really done too much research into that, but I just know it takes into play with your rankings. But what happened with the last game is I lagged out around round 30. I didn't even show it. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, hopefully some of the tips helped out. I'm doing some other tutorials on probably training, different kind of trains, the strategy behind them, as well, and how they work on different maps. I'm also going to go over, what was it? I guess my strategy behind getting my guns on different maps as well, on which ones to get are good, which, again, it's all up to opinion with guns, but I'll show you guys my strategy on them. But, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully, like I said, it helped a lot. And check out my channel as well. Like, those tutorials should be on there within a couple weeks, as well as I do some other stuff with Smash Bros, which I was telling you about, which I love that game, so that's also fun. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and don't die, go fly.